All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to, where are we? Eastbourne. We're back in Eastbourne. And I'm breaking my rule. We're watching an Australian. And we're watching Maya Joint, one of Australia's best prospects, taking on Emma Raducanu. Interesting, your notification for ER match didn't go out. Oh, well, you know, YouTube sometimes doesn't work. But this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to watch Joint. We haven't watched enough of chat. We will watch more Joint if she is as good as everyone thinks she is. She's 19 years old from Australia. She's, I think, before Dasha came along, I think she's the best Australian player. Before Dasha obviously jumped over to represent Australia as well. It's a good time. Good time for Australian tennis. We've got Emerson Jones in the juniors. She is kicking goals. I tell you, it's a good time to be an Aussie tennis fan right now. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. She's 51 in the world. Yeah, I think originally American, but Australian parents. So I think she was raised in America, but and went like through the college system, I think, and then but Australian parents, so representing Australia. So we've got a good I mean, post-Barty, WTA is looking all right, you know, now. It was a little bit scary for a while, but it's looking pretty good now. We've got some players. But how are we doing, chat? By the way, Alexandra Swiatek confirmed. Zachary and Alexandra went the distance, with Alexandra getting the win. So that's going to happen tomorrow. But how are we doing, chat? What's going on? Emerson Jones won a match today. Let's go. Let's go. We love that. We love that. But, yeah, big day today. We've got Raducanu Joint. They played once. They played actually in Rome this year, and it was Raducanu getting the win in 3. Then we've got Eala taking on Penko. That's coming up very shortly as well. And then, of course, we've got Fritz taking on Fonseca. So some really good matches today. I'm really excited. Today's a good day. Good, big day of matches. Krajicova also to save match point again in the second match in a row to make the quarterfinals. So she's doing stuff. Talia Gibson won their second round qualies. Nice. Australia's doing well. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Bernie's coming back. I mean, let's go. Let's go. By the way, chat, I sampled every single M&M. Peanut butter jelly M&Ms are insane. They are the greatest M&Ms of all time. They are crazy. Peanut butter jelly M&Ms are insane. Hey, Rika, thank you for... Rika's in the chat. Everybody, Rika, thank you so much for all the M&Ms. That was very generous. Hopefully you were here for the stream yesterday. It was the first stream yesterday that I opened the box and got them all out. But... peanut butter jelly M&Ms are crazy. Did the truffle survive? Are you talking about the Lindt? So there was M&Ms and the Lindt dark chocolate Lindt. They were all the things in the box. There wasn't any truffles. Is that what the truffles were? They're nice too. But the peanut butter jelly and M&Ms, crazy. I'm trying not to eat them all. It's very hard. I'm trying to I'm just gonna have to hide them from myself. Peanut butter jelly M&Ms. Elvis would have loved them. Oh yeah. Well, I love them on his behalf. But thank you, Rika. That was very generous of you. I think it was it was like the first. I think the Raducanu stream yesterday. At the start of the stream, if you go back and watch that match or watch that stream. I went through the box, so appreciate that. It's very generous. You didn't have to do that. That was too much. Also, I really appreciate the CVS bag. I like that too. That was a nice touch. Remind me, we don't have CVS here, but CVS gave me America flashbacks. All right, here we go. Who you got winning this one, Chad? I'm going to go with Raducanu, but I would love Joint to win. Just saying. I thought they might melt. Oh no, they were all fine. Everything was fine. So I really appreciate that. It's very generous. Also, your postcard, I read it out as well. Your postcard should feature on the wall. I put it on the wall today. So keep an eye out. Your postcard should be popping up in the next during the stream. All right, 15 love, joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu, into the forehand joint. Raducanu slice. Joint backhand again to the slice of Raducanu. As we get a return now out by joint. 15-0. No worries, mate. All right. 15-0 as Raducanu hits a return out. It's 30-15. Is it a forehand slice from Raducanu? It's a drop shot. Joint comes to the net, and then the volley in the net by joint, and it's 30-0. All right, 30-0. All right, 30-0. Joint serves a fault. Second serve. You're going to have to go to CVS after eating all those M&Ms. CVS is a pharmacy, right? As with a slice into the backhand slice of joint. Slice from Raducanu again, the backhand of joint. As Raducanu forehand into the forehand of joint. Who puts away the winner, and it's 40-30. $40-30. All right. Ah, 40-30. As that goes in the net by joint, and we get to deuce. Don't calculate how many miles of running is required to burn them off. It's winter. You're not supposed to do marathons in winter. It's too cold to go outside. So who cares? It's fine. Diet starts in spring. Diet starts in September. It's the middle of winter. It's not even the middle of winter. It's literally like 3 weeks into winter. So I'm gonna just eat. I'm hibernating and eating. Forehand in the backhand of joint. I'm not going anywhere. I'll work off the M&Ms in the summer. As that goes it goes out from joint. Yeah, diet starts September. All right, advantage Raducanu to break first game. Advantage Raducanu. By the way, Eala Ostapenko should be starting in probably the next hour and maybe 2 hours. Depends on. We're just waiting for the Opelka Mensik match. They're playing tie breaks, so probably the next hour we'll start that one up. Other matches that have been going on at the moment. We've had Sakkari and Alexandrova, as I mentioned. Alexandrova get the win. We had. What else do we have? Is that all? Krejcikova winning. Pavlyuchenkova got the win as well. Not a great day for the Brits, I'm going to say. They've all been losing. A lot of British losses today. And it's advantage joint. Just saying. A lot of British... But Billy Harris is winning, so he's beating Bellucci. So maybe he can break the trend. All right. Advantage joint. Serving to the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes to forehand of joint. Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of joint on the stretch. Raducanu down the line is joint with the backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint backhand again as Raducanu forehand cross. Joint gets on the stretch. Raducanu with a slice. Into the forehand of joint. Again to the forehand of Raducanu. As joint forehand again to the forehand of Raducanu. Again to the forehand of joint as Raducanu backhand. Into the joint forehand as Raducanu again with a forehand to the forehand of joint. Joint hits it down the line. Slice Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint who puts in the net. We get back to deuce. Another good rally from Raducanu. Sad to see Bianca in qualies. Did she win or did she lose? Or did she not play? She hasn't played yet. Is Runa making money selling used rackets? I don't know, is he? That'd be smart. All right, back to deuce. First game. First game of this match. As the return goes out by Raducanu, advantage joint. Andrescu lost the first set. Okay. As that goes out by Raducanu, and joint wins the first game of the match. All right. Raducanu will serve. Okay. Raducanu to serve. Yeah, Peter, just be chill, mate. Otherwise, it won't be the mod you have to deal with. It'll be me. Just relax, buddy. It's not that deep. One love. And Raducanu 15 love. Peter hasn't even been timed out. I don't know why he's complaining. Like, I looked at like 0 timeouts. I don't know why you're going after anybody, mate. 15-0. As Raducanu serves again. Into the forehand of joint. Forehand of Raducanu goes wide. 15-30. Chance for joint to get a break point to start this match. 15-30. As we get a fault from Raducanu. Second serve. Landalugi reminds me of Pirate from Dodgeball. What, the way he looks? Like he's got a similar look to the actor. As with a forehand long by joint, 30-0. Landalugi wins. Nice. Mensik won the first set as well, by the way. A used Arena racket is $6,000. Oh, shit. That's crazy. All right, 30-0. As the return goes into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint backhand to the forehand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint. Drop shot is good. Too good by joint. And she gets a break point. 30-40. Oh, by the way, chat, look at this. Check this out. The collection is growing. 4 Dasher cards. Look at the blue one. This is the new one. The new blue. See the blue? See how it's blue on the corners here? The collection is growing. I just need the green and the gold. And we have almost the set. The platinum card is 1 of 1, and we'll have to get that at last. But the blue one showed up today. This one here. These cards, I love these cards. They're great. We love Dasher too. 30-40. Raducanu in the backhand of joint. Slice goes into the forehand of Raducanu. As a backhand out from joint again, the forehand of Raducanu. Joint backhand again. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint. Raducanu in trouble now. She hits the slice. Joint on the attack. Forehand inside out is a winner. Joint breaks. Joint with a break. Joint gets the break. 2-love. All right. 2-0. By the way, Joint's coach is wearing a wetsuit. What is he wearing? A whole like he's got like I don't know what he's wearing. He's wearing like a whole. Is anyone else watching this? He's wearing like a whole full on like. What's he wearing? He's wearing like a whole swimsuit. Like not a swimsuit. That's not. He's wearing a. What's he wearing? He's wearing like a bodysuit. Like a cycling outfit, like a long sleeve lycra bodysuit. Must be cold. Love 15. Like a it's like it's like scuba gear. All right, return goes into the forehand of joint. Forehand out from Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint, but the slice goes long. Love 30. Is it UV sleeves? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like, but they go around his thumb, so they like hook onto his thumb, so they go all the way. It's a long sleeve. Extra long sleeve. I love 30. Serve to the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Serving the backhand of Raducanu. Joint with the backhand goes long. 15-40. Raducanu to get the break straight back. $15-40. As joint serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes into the forehand of joint. And joint puts it away. 30-40. 30-40. Still a break point as joint goes to the forehand of Raducanu. She shanks it into the forehand of joint. Raducanu backhand cross court. Joint's going to get there on the stretch. Raducanu goes down the middle into the forehand of joint, but Raducanu overhit it. And we get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Cam, why don't you put sugar in your coffee? Are you asking me a question, or are you just asking? What are you doing? Wait, are you asking me as a joke? Backhand goes down the line from Raducanu into the forehand of joint. Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of joint on the stretch. Raducanu backhand again to the forehand of joint. Joint overhits it. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. To take back the break. As Joint serves again. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint forehand to the forehand of Raducanu. As Joint goes to the backhand again of Raducanu. Hits a winner. We're back on serve. 2-1. Back on serve. 2-1. Long 3 games though. 15 minutes for 3 games is crazy. All right. All right, 2-1. This is the last year for Mannarino. Is he retiring, or are you just saying that? Is he retiring? I don't know. Did he say he's retiring? I don't know. I don't know what his plans are. All right. WTA breaks back. Cool. Okay. 2-1 Joint. Why is Joint wearing sunglasses while playing? Is it medical? I don't think so. By the way, a lot of Australian players wear sunglasses, and I'll tell you why. Because in Australia, it's sunny. Forehand inside out winner from Joint, love 15. Sam Stosur wore them. Who else wears them? There's another player that wears them. Is it Sharma? Does she wear them as well, I think? Sharma wears them. And Joint. Like, they're the 3 Australians that wear them. But Stosur used to wear them all the time. But it is because it's hot in Australia. And it's sunny in Australia. So when you're practicing, and it's very glary in Australia. So when you're playing and practicing in Australia, you're probably used to wearing sunglasses. Now, I personally don't like wearing sunglasses while I play, but I've been wearing sunglasses while I coach because you want to protect your eyes, from being in the sun. Because you got to remember, chat, that the Australian sun is very, very brutal. Like, if you've ever been to Australian heat is different. You get burnt 2 seconds. Australian weather is not like other places. And I've been to other places. Like, it burns hotter here. I don't know how or why, but it does. So wearing sunglasses is kind of just normal because it's bright. It's bright outside in these parts. The sun is hot, especially from like the northern place. Like, I'm in Melbourne, right? Melbourne's okay. You can get away with not wearing sunglasses. But if you live in Brisbane or you're in Sydney, it's very hot. And it's like in Brisbane, especially if you're in Queensland, all year round it doesn't rain in Brisbane unless it gets or in Queensland unless it gets tropical. But yeah, if you're from like the northern part of Australia, you are always going to be it's always sunny. So it's kind of like California, right? It's never really that cold or that wet. So I don't know if Joint is from where she is based. Let me check. 40-30. So she's originally from Michigan, or she was born in Michigan. Played for the Texas Longhorns. Or she was going to play for them. Her father's a professional squash player, German mother. So dad's Australian, mum's German. As Raducanu levels 2-2. And yeah, she was relocated to Brisbane. Her parents relocated to Brisbane. So she relocated Brisbane to train at Tennis Australia's National Academy, which is, again, Brisbane is hot. Brisbane is sunny. Brisbane. So again, maybe that's why she started wearing sunnies or sunglasses. It's too old. There's the story of the sunglasses. All right, Raducanu couldn't get to the drop shot. I think she thought it was out. 15 love. Did she get to the drop shot or did she not get to the drop shot? Or was the drop shot wide? Yeah, I think Raducanu thought it was wide, but Hawkeye said it was in, so... Remember, it's automatic line course here. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Australia is where we have giant hole in ozone layer. That's why the ultraviolet rays come in. Yeah. It's very, very hot. Also, yeah, the sun is very, very damaging to the skin and the eyes. So again, maybe that's why. Maybe that's partly why. All right, 30 love. As joint serves out wide the corner of Raducanu. Raducanu hits it out. 40 love. Chat, you might think I'm just complaining the whole time when I'm saying it's hot in Australia. No, it's actually hot and scary. It's not. Australia wasn't meant for people. That's why all the deadliest animals survive here and thrive here. The humans we struggle. It's bad. It's bad down here. It's scary. The weather sucks. Like in a hot way. Like the heat sucks. It's not just me complaining. It's true. Anyways, backhand out by Raducanu. 3-2. Joint leads. All right, joint with the lead. What will the UK tabloids headline be after this? Raducanu smokes joint or Raducanu suffers joint pain? Oh, God. Who cares? I'm sorry. I don't care what the tabloids say. We get it. Marijuana. All right. Um, 3-2. Joint takes the lead. Now we do have Eala coming up against Penko, which I am so excited to see that rematch. It's going to be real interesting. Today in Virginia is 44 degrees Celsius, 90% humidity. Okay, you win. That sucks more. That's worse. You win. Josh, you win. That sucks. That's terrible. That weather stinks. That's horrible weather. I couldn't survive. That weather is terrible. All right. 3-2 joint, 22 minutes. Long start to this match. Yeah, it's a sauna. Yeah, I can imagine. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. As Raducanu serves. 3-2. Serve to the backhand of joint. Joint hits it out on the return. 15 love. Love. Serve again from Raducanu. Down the tee, the forehand of joint. Return goes into the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu hits a winner. 30 love. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. Whole eastern half of the US is in a heat wave. Brutal. As that goes out in the return from joint, 40 love. Raducanu to level. As Raducanu serves. And it's no good. 40-15. Serve to the backhand of joint. Good return to the backhand of Raducanu. Joint. Backhand into the forehand of Raducanu. Again to the forehand of joint. As a backhand from Raducanu. Again to the joint forehand. Raducanu again to the forehand of joint. As Raducanu with another forehand, but it's wide. 40-30. 40-30. When's the Eala match? I think in like the next hour. Should be in an hour or so. Okay. All right, 40-30. Raducanu serves again. And the return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Joint with the forehand, inside out, goes wide. It's 3-3. 3-all. Okay. All right, 3-0. What's going on, Bradley? How you doing? As joint comes to the net, puts it in the net. And it's love 15. Love 15. Joint wins the second point, 15-all. By the way, Joint does have a WTA title. She actually won her first WTA title just before Roland Garros. Winning in Morocco. She beat Christian in the final and got the win. She was unseeded. She took out Volley Nets and Lee, who were seeded at that event. So yeah, she won her first trophy, WTA title this year as well, which is great to see. 15-30. Winner of this will take on either Sun or Blinkova, who are both playing at the moment. Blinkova's just about to win, so the winner of this will play Blinkova if Blinkova wins a point. All right, 15-30. A chance for Raducanu. Now two chances for Raducanu. 15-40. I want exclusive Eala stream. Well, we're gonna stream Eala, so just keep it going. All right, 15-40. Serving to the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes to the backhand of joint. Raducanu forehand. Into the net. 30-40. One saved. Jay.
Totally random, but do you know if Nike is selling the collared ruby polo Carlos was wearing? Can't find it online.
I don't know. I don't think they're selling those. I think they're only selling, or they were only selling the shirts. Anyways, 400 rally. As joint goes to 400 Raducanu. Now joint with the backhand. Into the slice of Raducanu. Joint forehand into the net. Raducanu breaks. Good hitting from Raducanu. 4-3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're selling the polo, the rugby polo shirts. I couldn't find any, but I couldn't see any online. But I think they are still selling. They're trying to sell the. Because I didn't even see Sinner's outfit. Are they selling the Nike polo shirt that Sinner wore? I don't think I could even see that. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. I don't know why Nike are not selling internationally. At least in Australia, but I can also understand why they're not selling in Australia, maybe because of shipping things, but yeah. Join is the second highest ranked teenager. Nice. She's behind Andreeva, right? Second behind Andreeva, which is great for Australian tennis. Seems strange that Pegula is higher seeded than Iga. Well, there's a lot of players that are seeded higher than Swiatek. You were Australian? Yeah, I still am. Yep. I was and I am. Gracheva winning over Shrimkova. Okay, cool. Uh, 4-3 Raducanu with the break. She leads. As Raducanu 15 love. Can you give me the update on the Bellucci score? Yep, Harris is up a set and 4-3. 6-3, 4-3 Harris. With a set and a break. There's a forehand now from Joints in the net, but Raducanu hit a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. 15-0. And Raducanu serves again. Into the form of Joint. 4-0 Raducanu. Again to the form of Joint. Who hits a passing shot winner. 15-30. Chance for Joint to break back. As Raducanu serves an ace. 30-0. As return goes to the front of Joint, but Joint hits the tape and goes over. 30-40. Break point for Joint to take back the break. Also, Mutages won against Altmaier. Cool. 30-40, break back point for Joint. Serving to the forehand of joint. Backing up from Raducanu. To the backhand of joint. So Raducanu slice. Into the forehand of joint, who puts it away. We're back on serve. 4-4. 4-4. Four games all. All right. Four. Can the Rockies beat the Dodgers? We didn't yesterday, but we did the first day, didn't we? Didn't we beat them day one? Love 15. As joint wins the second point, 15-0. Terrible joke, worst band, Blink 182. Excuse me, can you shut your mouth? How dare you? Joint in the net, 15-30. If you don't like Blink 182, I don't know if you can be here. $15.30. Chance for Raducanu to break and serve for the set. Joint was born in the US and goes to Texas. Why is she an Aussie? Because her dad's Australian and her mum's German. So Joint can play for Australia. So also America's got enough players, so you don't need another player. You got Coco Gauff. Just shut up. Let her be Australian, all right? Jesus. We don't have many players. Don't take our players. By the way, if you're forced to play for the country that you're born in, then Raducanu's Canadian. All right? 30-all, and Badosa's American. So, cry more. Cry less. I just like Maya Joint's name. Yeah, the name Maya's, it's nice. Maya's a nice name. As that goes out by Raducanu, it's 40-30. 40-30. As we just serve. Into the back of Raducanu. Return. Goes in the back of a joint. Forehand from Raducanu. Into the slice of joint. As Raducanu with the forehand again. To the forehand of joint. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with the forehand of the stretch. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with another forehand. Raducanu goes down the line. Joint's there with the backhand. As Raducanu forehand cross court. Joint doing a lot of defense. As Raducanu comes in there with the backhand cross court winner. Great rally by Raducanu. Deuce. Is Joint Australian? I thought she was American. She's Australian. Deuce. We get the deuce. All right, serve from Joint is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back of Raducanu. Good return. Joint slices it back, but it goes long. Advantage Raducanu. Now we're going to watch Eala versus Ostapenko. We're going to watch, if need be, at the same time. So don't stress. It should be, when it comes on, we'll start. All right, advantage Raducanu. Joint serves. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Return the forehand of joint. Raducanu on the stretch. Puts up a lob. But it goes wide and we get back to deuce. This is a tough battle. You know, we'll do a double header if need be. All right. Joint serves. By the way, chat, I'm going to say this nicely, right? I'm going to be as nice as I can. I'm going to try and be as nice as I can. None of you should quit your day jobs and become comedians. Just don't do it. Just keep your day jobs, please. I'm being nice. Just please, don't quit your day jobs, please. We get it. Maya Joint's name is funny. All right. Raducanu gets the break. 5-4. We get it. Maya Joint. Yep. There's a lot of jokes there. It's just none of them are funny. I'm sorry. None of them are funny. None of them are funny. I don't know how you can make it funny. I mean, you could try, but I feel like it's just all low-hanging fruit. But A for effort. Credit for trying. Participation awards for everybody. All right. 5-4 Raducanu. He's going to serve the set. Now, Penko taking on Eala. Round 2. Rematch. Rematch from Miami. This was the lady that started Eala's run in Miami. She beat Penko, then she beat Keys, then she got past Badosa, then she beat Swiatek. Eala versus Penko, the rematch. Penko hasn't really been doing much lately, but she has won this trophy. She won this title, I think, 2 years ago. So this is not going to be easy for Eala. This is a tough match. But let's see if Eala can do it again, or if Penko can get her revenge. Cam is high on M&Ms. M&Ms are delicious. All right. Just imagine when Joint becomes a top 10 player, it will never end. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Raducanu serving for the first set. Mensik gets through. Yeah, he got through Opelka. Good win for Mensik. Drop shot's not very good from Joint. Raducanu comes to the net. Joint with a lob. That's better. But it goes long. All right, 15-love. But Ostapenko taking on Eala. It is the rematch. And it's going to be fun. Penko is not boring. You can say a lot of things about Ostapenko, but she ain't boring. She is not boring. 15-love. And Eala has been pretty impressive on grass, you know, considering it's her first real grass court season. She's got some good wins, even though they're qualifier wins, still getting a lot of wins on the grass. Yeah, they played in Miami. And Penko... Joint got the win. Sorry, not Joint. Eala got the win. Joint is trying to win against Raducanu. Eala got the win in straight sets, but it was close. And there's a lot of breaks I can remember. Wasn't she down like 5-2 in the second, Eala, and then she came back to win? Something like that. And that started the Miami run, as that goes out by Raducanu, 30-15. So here we go. Let's see if Alex Eala can do it again. 30-15, by the way. Chance for Raducanu to take the first set. Serve now the backhand of joint. Forehand from Raducanu. Again, the backhand of joint. Raducanu backhand into the forehand of joint. The forehand of Raducanu. Joint forehand goes long, and it's 40-15. Raducanu with 2 set points to take the first set. It's so crazy. We type Cam Talks. Yep, that is crazy, right? Don't think too much about it. It's but it's weird. It is strange. As Raducanu serves, a big serve takes the first set and is 6-4 first set. Mia is still wondering why Cam talks to himself. Nah, she's asleep. All right. First set for Raducanu. There was a few breaks in that set, 5 breaks, but Raducanu broke one more time, and that's all that mattered. But let's see what happens in the second set. Joint was playing solid. She got a break early in that set, and unfortunately couldn't hold it. But Joint didn't play terribly. A very competitive set. Did your shirt ever show up? It's still in process. Not the shirt that I bought, but the one that we're still working out the logistics. Am I the only one not getting any audio? Yes. I'm pretty sure. But you can't hear me, so I don't know. Chat? One in the chat? You really love Eala at this point. Okay. Now you can win over Penko. Right? Let's see if she can. Let's see. Let's see what happens. They did play Miami. This is a rematch of that Miami second round where Eala got the win, and that started it all. That started the whole Eala thing. The whole Eala run. Penko, Keys, Osaka make the WTA fascinating. They can all hit anyone off the court on any given day. That is true. All right, Raducanu joint serving first in the second. As Raducanu puts up a lob, joint with a bounce, forehand, and Raducanu can't pass her. 15 love. 15 love. Serve again from joint. Into the forward Raducanu. Joint with the slice. Goes long, and it's 15-0. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We do have Fritz versus Fonseca coming up later as well, which should be crazy fun. I really enjoy watching Fonseca. He is not boring. Like, there's no matches where we get bored by watching him. He's always crazy. He's always doing something. So we've got Fonseca coming up against Fritz. That's coming up probably in a couple of hours. Probably after all these matches. Oh, pardon me. All right, joint gets to 40-15. Good serving. 40-15. Serve again. The backhand of Raducanu. Joint backhand to the forehand of Raducanu into the forehand of Joint. Raducanu slice. Joint slices it back. Raducanu with a forehand slice. Into the backhand. Joint. Joint goes in the net. 40-30. 40-30. (40-30). Got a forehand from Joint in the back of Raducanu. CWS.
Keep going, Cam. So engaging.
No worries, I will. Thank you for the £3. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Joint holds 1-love in the second. Looking forward to Fritz versus Fonseca. Should be good. Oh, yeah. I'm so pumped for that one. Today's a good day. We got a good day of matches. All right. 2-1. So 1-0 in the second. 1-0 in the second. Eala and Ostapenko about to come out on court as well. So it's all happening. There's a bit of a turn now to the backhand, but it's a fault from Raducanu. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the slice of Raducanu. Joint with the backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. To the forehand of Joint. As Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of Joint. But Joint puts it in the net. 15-love. (15-love). Serve again. Raducanu. Serve into the backhand of Joint. Return goes forehand of Raducanu, who hits it in the net. 15-all. (15-all). Giuseppe.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, Giuseppe, for the $2. Appreciate that. 15-all. Got a backhand from Raducanu into the forehand of Joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint with the backhand. Down the line, winner. 15-30. Chance for Joint to break. To start the second. All right. All right, 15-30. As Raducanu serves again. Now wide of the backhand. Joint goes in the net. All right, Eala and Penko on the court. Here we go. The rematch. Penko has... I mean, we know how good she can be at any given day. It doesn't feel like she's been doing much lately. She did win Stuttgart, beating Sabalenka and Swiatek along the way, which always, if you can beat both of them in a same tournament, it's pretty crazy. But Penko, she made it's her second match on grass. She played yesterday. She lost to Raducanu at Roland Garros. She lost to Paolini in Rome. And she lost to Sevastova in the first round in Madrid. So that's what she's been doing lately. Not bad. I mean, Raducanu at Roland Garros and Paolini in Rome. Paolini won Rome, so it's not bad. Sevastova in Madrid was weird, but that was straight after beating Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Navarro to win the title in Stuttgart. So maybe she was a bit of a hangover. But second match on grass, and of course in Miami, she lost to Eala. Also made the final of Doha, did Penko. So has been having a good season. It's been a little bit hectic, but it's been good. 53 wins, 24 losses on grass for Penko in her career, including a title in Birmingham back in 2023. She won Eastbourne back in 2021. Beat Raducanu to win that. Beat Raducanu, Kontaveit, Kazatkina, Jabeur, Pavlyuchenkova. That's a crazy run. She also made the semifinals of Wimbledon back in 2018, lost to Kerber, who won the title. She also lost the quarterfinals to Venus Williams in Wimbledon 2017. So very capable grass court player. And a very big win for Eala if she can beat Penko on grass. That is something. Penko on grass is a thing. Also made the quarterfinals of Wimbledon last year, lost to Krejcikova, who ended up winning the title. So again, Penko on grass is a very tough task. Break point, by the way, for joint. So let's see if Eala can play against Penko on grass. As Raducanu to forehand goes long, it's 2-love joint in the second. Right. 2-love. 2-0 for joint. She was up 2-0 in the first set. All right. Return goes into the back of the joint. Forehand from Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint. Raducanu forehand down the line in the net. 15-love. Love. As we just served down the tee from joint as a fault. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand from joint. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with a backhand, but Raducanu with a volley. Joint gets a passing shot, but slips. And Raducanu puts away the easy volley. I don't know if Raducanu saw joint slip over because she kind of turned her back and just walked away. I don't know if... Because Raducanu, I don't think just would have turned away and not... Yeah, I don't think Raducanu saw joint slip over. So she didn't really ask if she was okay or anything, but I think it's because she just didn't see her. As joint serves. A fault. Second serve. As return goes to the backhand of joint. Forehand from Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint, but it's out by Raducanu. 30-15. As return goes into the forehand of Raducanu, lob goes up. Joint with a bounce. Forehand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Joint again to the forehand of Raducanu. There's Joint down the line to the slice of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Joint. And then Raducanu hits a passing shot winner. 30-all. All right, first point coming up. Penko serving. Who you got, Chachi? Double faults. Love 15. I'm going to go Eala in 3. I said that in the preview. I'm going to stick with that. But it's not going to be easy. If Eala does win this match, it will be a huge victory on this surface. Like, this will be her best grass court win by far, if she can get it. But I'm going to go with Eala. I'm going to go Eala in 3. I think she's been pretty good on the grass. Love 30. Also, Penko has been a little all over the place. Her first round match was a little crazy. So I think her Eala will clutch it. Love 30, Eala. Penko serves the forehand of Eala. Return goes to the forehand of Penko. And Penko puts it away. 15-30. Also 40-30 Joint. Raducanu returns it long, and Joint goes to 3 love in the first set. All right, Penko serves. A fault. Second serve. 15-30, second serve. Into the backhand of Eala. Eala in the net. And it's 30-all. Sorry, 15-40, my bad. Penko hit it long. 15-40. I looked away for 2 seconds and it's a break point. 15-40. One save. Now it's 30-40. I looked away for 2 seconds and the ball was called out. All right, 30-40. Still a break point for Eala. $30-40 as a return from Eala goes out and Penko survives. We get to deuce. 3 love for Joint in the second against Raducanu. Tell you what, Raducanu looks a lot better today than she did yesterday. I don't know what was going on yesterday, if she was just worried about her the back spasms or what. But she doesn't look so worried today, Raducanu. She looked a lot more worried yesterday. Maybe it's because it's not as windy. I mean, it is windy, but it's not like as crazy as yesterday, maybe. I don't know. Advantage Eala to get the break. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it. Excited. Thank you for that. That's very generous. We'll tee up what we'll tee it up. All right, we get the deuce here. Penko surviving. Score, please. It's deuce. As the return goes out by Eala, and it's advantage Ostapenko. Advantage Ostapenko. As the return goes into the forehand of Ostapenko. Penko in the net, though, and back to deuce. By the way, these players are all playing in Eastbourne. They're all in the same tournament. Opposite sides of the draw. So these players won't play each other until the final, if they do make it that far. But the winner of the Eala-Ostapenko match will take on the winner of Yastremska and Jones, who haven't played yet. Raducanu Joint winner will play against Blinkova, who won earlier today. So, and that'll be tomorrow, by the way. Quarterfinals will be tomorrow. All right, deuce is going to serve from Penko. It's too strong. Advantage Ostapenko. And Raducanu serving at 15-all. The return goes in to the forehand of Raducanu. Backhand down the line and the net by Raducanu, 15-30. So that is the situation. Also tomorrow we've got Swiatek versus Alexandrova, which should be fun. And then on the men's side of things, later today we've got Fritz versus Fonseca. which is also very fun. All right. Advantage Penko, and Eala hits it out. Penko 1-love. As Joint hits the forehand wide, and it's 30-all. All right. 1-love, Ostapenko. She said something bad happened before her match yesterday. What happened yesterday? All right, 30-all. Raducanu with a forehand cross-court winner. And it's 40-30. Sorry, we're not allowed to show the match because we'll get in trouble. But we're here. So stick around and I'll tell you what's happening. It's the best I can do, sorry. It is what it is. God, I write Raducanu and everything says, "Oh, is she dating Carlos?" God damn it! Are we already that bored? Are we really that bored? Oh, can we just talk about why she was upset yesterday? All right, deuce as Raducanu serves again, trying to get on the board here. Eala serving as well. 15-love. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Eala. Into the forehand of Ostapenko. Eala backhand into the forehand of Penko. As Eala's backhand in the net. And it's 15-all. As Raducanu with a forehand into the forehand of Joint. To the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with the forehand of the stretch. Raducanu down the line. Into the backhand of Joint. Raducanu with a volley. Joint's got it with a forehand pass. Too good. Advantage Joint to take the double break in the second. All right. 30-15 for Eala. As Eala serves. Into the forehand of Ostapenko. Return goes wide. 40-15. As Raducanu forehand into the forehand of Joint. To the forehand of Raducanu. Joint slice forehand in the net. We get back to deuce. Raducanu smokes Joint in first set. It's advantage Joint, by the way. Advantage Joint to get the double break. Also, Penko comes in there, puts it away, and we get to deuce on the Eala court. All right. Eala serves the fault, second serve. As Joint hits it long, and we get back to deuces. Penko hits another winner? No. Maybe. Penko's got break point. Advantage Penko to get the break. As Eala serves again. Serving to the backhand of Ostapenko. Return goes to front of Eala. Penko backhand. Into the front of Eala on the stretch. Penko on the attack. With a forehand winner. Penko gets the break. 2-love. Penko is in a mood. Penko might be in a mood. Is Swiatek better than Ennen? In what way? Like better clay courter or better tennis player? What do you like? No, Justin Ennen is better than Swiatek. Okay, advantage Raducanu. As Joint puts away another forehand winner, we're back to deuce. Now, I think Justin N was better overall. Swiatek, it's hard to judge someone who's just still... We've got to wait until Swiatek gets to, later in her career to give a better assessment. I don't know what Ennen was like at 23. That's a better comparison, a more fair comparison, but I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah. I don't know what... I don't think so. I think right now Justin Ennen is still has had a better career than Swiatek has, but Swiatek's got time. 30-love. We're gonna wait for them to finish so then we can make it. It's not fair to compare right now. Joint keeps slipping over, by the way, and loses the point. Advantage Raducanu. 30-love. Penko serves a fault. Second serve. As Penko gets a 40-love with another good serve. Yeah, Joint keeps slipping over. She's not happy. 40-love Penko to take the 3-love lead. As Joint hits a lovely backhand winner down the line, back to deuce. Penko serves a fault. Second serve. All right, second serve. She misses. All right, 40-15. Ostapenko serves again. An ace out wide. All right, Penko 3-love in this first set. Advantage Raducanu. She tries to get on the board in the second. Three-love Penko. As Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve Raducanu. As return goes in the front of Raducanu. Drop shot from Joint in the net. Raducanu on the board. 3-1 Joint in the second. All right. All right. 3-love Ostapenko and 3-1 Joint. As Raducanu forehand to the front of Joint. Forehand from Raducanu into the front of Joint down the line to the back of Raducanu. Can't get it. Joint too strong. 15-love. I don't know much about Joint. What do you know about her? So she was born in Michigan and to an Australian father and German mum, which is why she plays for Australia. She was supposed to go to college to play for Texas, but she decided that she would go pro instead. Yeah, second. Somebody said second youngest player in the top 10, top 50, 100, or second. The second teenager in the top 100. Well, the second highest ranked teenager in the top 100. Yeah, really just getting started. To be honest, went to the academy in Brisbane, the Tennis Australia Academy in Brisbane. That's where she learned to play. So yeah. And has won a title. Did win a title on clay a couple of in last month before the French Open in Rabat, I think it was. Drop shot Raducanu is no good. Joint puts it away, 40 love. So yeah, so that's sort of where she's at. Yeah. As Penko hits a lovely drop shot, 15-0. Porsche Penko. That's a good one. Porsche Penko. All right, 15-0. As the Eala serves again. As the return goes off the tape from Penko, she gets a little lucky. 15-30. 15-30. As Eala serves again. As with a backhand out of the forehand of Eala, but Penko hits it long, 30-0. Also joint 4-1 in the second. All right. Now, chat, I want you to get it all out your systems because I can still see there's been jokes. Everyone's coming in and saying the same joke. All right, everybody make the same jokes. Go on. About my joints. Make all the joints jokes, all right? Make all the jokes, not the joints. Don't do that. Make the jokes. Go on. Get it out your system. Get it out your system. Go on. Now's your time. This is open mic night. Stand-up comedy night. Go for it. Go for it. Give me all your... Go on. Go on. Porsche Penko was hilarious, by the way. That was a great joke because it was creative and it was innovative and I liked it. 30-40. Also, I'd never heard that joke before. It was funny. Joint is on a roll. Good one. 30-40. Break point for Penko. To get the double break. Serve is a double fault from Eala. And it's 4-love Penko. It's a joint operation. Good one. What's joint smoking? Haha. Joint smoking Raducanu. Haha. Joints. Lol. That's not a joke. That's just you just use a word. If Aussie wins this, then the joint will be jumping. Okay. Joint pain for Raducanu. Okay. Keep going. Get it out of your systems. 4-love Penko. How many joints does it take to win? Yep. Why did joint always win? Because every time things got heated, she rolled with it and served up a high-level game. See, that was actually not that bad because that took a level of thinking. So I appreciate that one. That was actually not bad. You actually thought that out, whereas most people just went, haha, weed. 15 love, haha, hi. Like, people aren't, that was good. So you win the open mic night, Senin, because you actually put some effort into the joke. 30 love. By the way, chat, she's wearing green. Are we going to make a joke about that? She's wearing green. Haha. Haha. Green. Haha. Get it? Green? Haha. She's playing on the grass. Haha. Get it? Grass, chat. Get it? On the grass. She's on the grass. She's playing on grass. Joint on grass. Joint. Grass joint. Green grass joint. Get it? Do you get it? Because of her name is Joint. We got demonetized like already, by the way. You chat, I'm blaming you. 30-15. Is Eala returns a forehand to Penko. Back into Eala on the stretch. Penko on the attack. Hits a forehand winner. 40-15. Penko is in a mood. 40-15. Also, Raducanu 30-15. Penko for a 5-love lead. As Raducanu hits a volley long. It's 30-all. Joint to try and get that double break. All right, Penko serves again. Penko serves an ace. Nope, it's a double fault. 40-30. Also 30-all. Raducanu in trouble. It's already down a break in the second set. Serving to the forehand of Joint. Raducanu puts away the backhand winner. And it's 40-30 Raducanu. So 40-30. Eala gets it back. Penko comes in, puts it away. 5-love Ostapenko. Not much you can do when Penko's playing like this. All right, 5-love. 22 minutes. All right, Raducanu 40-30. She hits a forehand long and it's deuce. All right, we get to deuce. You're much better as a tennis streamer. Thank you. I thought so too. That's debatable, though. That's debatable. All right, deuce. Raducanu serves again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Is Joint wearing Nike? No, she's... I don't know what her brand. Her clothing brand is. I'm not sure. Serve to the forehand of Joint. Slice from Raducanu goes in the forehand of Joint. Raducanu forehand on the stretch. Joint with a slice forehand down the line. Raducanu's there with a backhand. Into the forehand of Joint. As Raducanu with a forehand again to the forehand of Joint on the stretch. Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of Joint. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint down the middle. So Raducanu backhand again to the forehand of Joint. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint slice. As Raducanu comes to the net, but puts it in the net, and it's advantage Joint. For the double break. 5-1 in the second if she can get it, and serving for it. But it's still Raducanu's serve. Penko out here looking for revenge. Yeah. All right, advantage Joint for a double break in the second. So 5-love for Ostapenko. Serving to the backhand of Penko. Penko in the net. 15-love. As Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Joint. Backhand of Raducanu to the backhand of Joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. 5-1. Joint in the second. 5-1. All right, 30-love here, Eala. As Eala serves again. Into the backhand of Penko. Forehand from Eala is long, 30-15. 30-15. As Eala serves again. As Joint wins the first point with a backhand winner, 15-love. All right, 30-all. Eala trying to get a game. Penko's just savage, though. She ain't letting it happen. She's like, not today. Also 30-love Joint. I think Raducanu's got one eye on the third set here. I don't think she's too bothered. As that goes out by Raducanu, 40-love. There's no point in fighting back when she's already up a set. She can go fresh into the third, Raducanu, I think. All right. By the way, 30-40. Set point for Penko to take the first set. All right, 30-40 and 40. Both set points. What the hell? Raducanu returns into the forehand of Joint, but Raducanu just walked away. What the hell? And Penko hits a winner as well, and she wins a set too. Raducanu just didn't even pretend to try. She didn't even. She was just like, nah, I'm not going there. Nah, you're too good. You got me. She hit the return in, and then she was just started walking to the chair, and then Joint's like, okay, I guess, whatever. I told her Raducanu was one eye on the third. That was blatantly obvious. Anyways, Penko too good. First set 6-love. Penko's in a mood for revenge. And Joint, second set 6-1. So dominating efforts by both. Oh, man. Raducanu just nah. But hey, look, what's the point of fighting back when you can, you're going to play a third set, 5-1. I get it, but she didn't even look. That was a little too obvious. Come on now. Could have at least put the racket to the side and been, oh, it's too far away, I can't reach it. That was a little too obvious. Come on. I don't think Raducanu's injured. If she's injured, then fair enough, she didn't run for that. But I think it was more that she was down a double break. I don't think she really. I don't think she was. She was thinking comeback second set. She's like, oh, I'll just play the third set. We'll start from scratch. Start again, Make it look like you, yeah. Yeah, that was a little too obvious to, It wasn't like Joint hit the ball in the corner. Joint hit the ball down the middle, and Raducanu just watched it. That was a little too obvious. But I get it though. 5-love, 40, what is it? 5-1, 40-15. When you're like, let's just start the third set already. Fair enough, but yeah, that was a little too. It didn't look. If you just watch that one point, you'd be like, what the hell happened? You would think that she was injured. Maybe she is injured. I don't know. All right. Raducanu serving first in the third. And Eala coming back from the bathroom. All right, Raducanu serving. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Oh, my. Second serve. Into the backhand of Joint. Slice from Raducanu into the backhand of Joint. Joint in the net. 15-love. Will she get a warning for that? Probably not. It's only when you don't try for you put in minimum effort for a long time. I think that's when it gets called. If it's a consistent, if you don't put in effort for a whole game and you just stand there and get aced and just pretend and not even try, that's different. But for 1 point, I don't think you get in trouble for 1 point. And again, because 1 point, who knows? Maybe she is injured. Maybe that's why she's not running. She didn't run for that shot either. 15-all. 15-love, by the way. Penko serving first in the second. As we return now to the backhand of Penko. 4 now from Eala on the stretch. Penko wins the point though, 30 love. Ostapenko is not messing about. She's like, Miami was a fluke. At least against her. She's like, you wouldn't have beat me twice. You can't get me like that again. Penko remembers. She remembers. She took that personal. All right, 30 love. She's probably like, you took my Swiatek win. You beat me and then you beat Swiatek. That was my win. You beat Swiatek. That was that's who I beat her, not you. Penko took it real personal. All right. 15-30, by the way. Joints trying to break first game of the second. Oh, sorry, the third. Penko hitting winners everywhere, by the way. Penko is hitting winners everywhere. 40 love. As Ostapenko serves a fault, second serve. Raducanu down 15-30. Joint with the backhand return into the front of Raducanu. Into the front of Joints as Raducanu into the joint backhand. Slice goes long, 30-all. All right, 40-15. Penko. Drinking Red Bull during a break illegal? Yeah, you're not allowed to have a certain level of caffeine in your body. When you're playing, when they get tested for caffeine levels. I'm pretty sure as well. So if you have a certain level of caffeine, and again, you're gonna have to ask a professional because I'm only hearing what I've heard, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have even coffee. There's a level of caffeine that you're allowed to have. So when they go for drug tests after the matches, if the level of if they've had a Red Bull, which is full of caffeine, they would have a positive test for caffeine. You know, I don't know what the level is though, and I don't know how much, but yeah, it's there is a caffeine. I think there's a caffeine limit. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. 30-40. Because caffeine can be performance enhancing. I mean, it can help. Backhand pass goes wide by Raducanu. One love joint in the third. But again, you're going to have to double check that because I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have heard Andy Roddick say it. Maybe. When he was talking about the Jannik Sinner stuff, I think maybe, and the melatonin, I think he might have mentioned it. You're going to have to double check though. Maybe he mentioned, so I heard someone mentioned it. That yeah, caffeine is monitored. So you can't be having Red Bulls, otherwise you're probably over the limit of caffeine. Also, why would you drink a Red Bull on court? I don't know if that'd help you. Anyways, love 15 as that goes out by Penko. 15 all. Eala just trying to get on the board here. 15 all. How about a simple Pepsi or Coke? Sugar levels are fine. I don't think sugar levels get tested. It's more caffeine. So I think you can have sugar or Pepsi in Pepsi and Coke, but yeah. Because I've heard players get that, right? Because they need a sugar boost. And that's okay. I just think it's the caffeine that's the issue. I just don't think you're allowed to have a certain level of caffeine. Again, you're going to have to double check. I'm not 100% sure, but I have heard somewhere that caffeine is monitored and is a level of caffeine is a banned substance. Like there's a level to it. And again, I think I heard it might have been heard from Andy Roddick said it maybe, and he would know, right? Because he's done all those tests and he's been in that position where those things get monitored. So I think I heard it off, but again, you're going to have to double check. 40-15, Eala to get on the board. As it a 4-0 from Eala, down the line's a winner. All right, 1-all. Now, you know one thing, chat, that Eala is not going to give up. Even if she loses 6 love, she's not going to throw the towel in. She's going to fight. And it's 1-1. It's a new set. Let's see if she can fight. Penko, though, is playing very aggressive. Raducanu backhand return, the backhand of joint. Raducanu backhand to the forehand of joint. And the back of Raducanu, joint backhand in the net. 40-30. By the way, I just want to mention to those who are speaking in a language other than English, just to make it easier for everybody, especially the moderators. Not that you're doing anything bad. I can't tell because I can't read it. But just kind of keep it to English. Try and keep the chat to English, just so that we can also so other people can get in the conversation if they want to talk to you back. But just to make it easy for the mods, so that people don't come in here and say crazy stuff that we can't understand and offend people. We'd appreciate it if you just keep it to the chat to English. And also then I can reply to your questions because I can't read. Unfortunately, I can't read. All right, love 15. Eala, first point. As Penko serves a fault, second serve. Serve again from Ostapenko. In the back of Eala, back of Ostapenko, into the forehand of Eala. And Eala hits it wide, 15-all. As Penko serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve in the back of Eala. Return goes down the line for a winner. All right, 15-30. A chance for Eala to break in the second. 15-30. Also 15-all here. Joint wants that double break in the third. As Penko serves a fault. She thought it was an ace. Uh-oh. Second serve. Hawkeye, watch out. All right, Penko serves again. So it was a let, my bad. It was a let. Now it's the second serve. 15-30 as we get a second serve from Penko. Now wide the forehand of Eala. Eala hits it. No, it was a double fault. Now it was a double fault. All right. Eala to get the break. 15-40. All right, 15-40. Break points Eala. As Raducanu hits a let, maybe? Yep. 40-15 Raducanu. All right, 15-40 as Penko serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve, Ostapenko. Double fault. Eala breaks. 2-1 in the second. I think Penko was blaming the sun in her eyes on that one, but Eala breaks. First games of the second. Raducanu trying to get the board in this third set. Serving to the forehand of joint. Return goes back into Raducanu. Joint with the backhand in the net. Raducanu on the board. 2-1 joint with the break. 2-1 to joint. All right. How are we doing, chap? How are we? Where are we watching from? Let me know in the chat where you're watching from. I feel like I haven't asked that all week. Where are we watching from? I'm in Australia. It's 12:30 p.m. a.m. in the morning. It is late, early. It's midnight. We've got Hungary, we've got Philippines, we've got Montreal, we've got Chicago, we've got Switzerland, Zimbabwe, we've got Poland, Wales, USA, Dubai, By the way, Raducanu is not looking good now. She's looking worried. Looking sick again. She looked like this in the third set yesterday, but she ended up winning. We've got Sydney. It's cold. Yeah, it's freezing in Melbourne as well. We've got Hawaii, Perth, Philippines, Egypt, Florida, Sydney, Melbourne. And have work at 5 a.m. Holy shit. Well, Jerome, it's worth it. If you're strong enough. New Zealand, Malaysia. A lot of people from the Philippines. We'd love to see it. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. We've watched every Eala match lately. Estonia, Nevada, Las Vegas, UAE, Switzerland. By the way, Chad, I've been saying Qatar wrong. It's Qatar. Is that right? It's Qatar. Austria, nice. We've got Canada. We've got Australia. All right, love 15. Penko gets the first point here. Eala trying to consolidate. Good serve. Goes in the back of Penko. Eala comes to the net. Penko with a lob. And Eala with a forehand. Into the back of Penko. Again, the front of Eala. There's Penko backhand in the net. And it's 15-all. Joint's got the break here in the third. 2-1. We've got Hong Kong. We've got Thailand. Jamaica. Singapore. All right, 15-all. Dublin. Thailand. San Francisco. $15-all. No, it is Qatar. Oh, is it? Okay, my bad. Nice volley there from Joint down the middle. And she gets the 30. Love. All right, 30-15 Eala. Trying to consolidate this break. As Raducanu hits it out in the return. 40 love. From Germany. Nice. Both the correct pronunciations of Qatar. Okay, cool. All right, 40 love. As a backhand slice from Raducanu to the slice of Joint. Raducanu backhand slice into the forehand of Joint to the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with the forehand of the stretch goes long. 40-15 as Penko hits another error. And it's 40-15. Penko not loving Hawkeye. She's not having fun with Hawkeye in the second set. All right, 40-15 Eala to go to 3-1. And same with Joint. Joint serves down the tee and ace. All right, 3-1 Joint in the final set. Eala serves. Into the forehand of Penko. Return goes wide. And Eala gets the 3-1 in the second set. All right. All right. It's 10:30 in the Philippines. Nice. All right. Raducanu needs to hold. Serve with the forehand of Joint. Return the net. 15 love. $15 love. You know a match that I would have loved to see, chat? I would have loved to see Barty Raducanu. 30 love Raducanu. I would have loved to see that match. We almost got it at the US Open when Raducanu won the title because Barty lost to Rogers and Rogers then lost to Raducanu in the next round. I would have loved to see Raducanu Barty. That would have been such an... Especially like straight after she won the US. Like if we had gotten Raducanu Barty in 2022, that would have been so fun. I don't know what... I don't think it would have been... I don't know if it would have been a good match. I don't know. But I would have liked to see it. It would have been interesting to see. I don't know if it would have been a good match or a close match or what, but I think it would have been an interesting, a good spectacle. Like when we see Swiatek Raducanu, right? It's not so much like it's competitive. It's more just like a high-profile match. Because Raducanu, despite her lack of trophies or wins, whatever you want to say about her, she's high-profile. Like, she is a high-profile player. So when Raducanu plays, you know, Gauff, Swiatek, Sabalenka, anyone else who's on that same, you know, has that same kind of level of eyeballs, right? And Barty would have been great to see Barty Raducanu. It would have been a hyped up match. People would have watched it for sure. So I kind of wish we got that, because we didn't get that. I don't know if it would have been any good, but like, I don't know if it would have been competitive, but I think I still would have wanted to see it. So you said Barbie for a second. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Barbie, the hell? All right, 40-15. Raducanu trying to stay in touch. So 40-30 Penko, she's also trying to stay in touch in the second. As Penko holds, and it's 3-2 Eala in the second. 3-2 in the second. Pia.
Thanks again for covering Alex. Go Alex, fighting.
No, thank you, Pia, for the donation. Appreciate it. Matthew.
Giant vs Fearnley prediction. Gutted Nori loss.
Yeah, Nori lost. That was crazy. I don't know. I mean, Fearnley should win, right? But I don't know. I don't know if Giron's like. I don't know. That's a tough one. Giron's a veteran, so I don't know. Fearnley's been pretty good though this year. He's been sneaky good. Raducanu with deuce here. Has to hold as joint hits a return long. Advantage Raducanu. And as she tries to hold. Why are you yawning? Because it's nearly 1 a.m. Raducanu says a fault. Second serve. That's back and goes down the line of the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. Back to deuce. Can we want you to play Barty? Look, and I want a time machine or the ability to fly, but neither of those things are possible yet, so we're all going to just have to wait and hope for the best. All right. Back to deuce. As joint hits in the net. Advantage Raducanu. Serve into the back end of joint. Back end of Raducanu into the front of joint. Raducanu with a drop shot. Joint's going to get there with the backhand. Raducanu passed. Is a winner. Raducanu holds. 3-2 joint final set. Barty had another retirement, so she could start a family. Okay, 15 love Eala. She's got the break here in the second. Thank you, Roland, for the donation as well. Appreciate it. 15 love. As Eala serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Ostapenko. Penko hits it long. 30 love. $30 love. As a forehand goes into the backhand of Penko. Forehand now from Eala goes out, 30-15. As Eala serves a fault. Or a let, sorry. Serve again. And now she serves a fault. Second serve. I'll chat. The weather today in Melbourne has been so chilly. We had hail, which looked like snow, but it was not snow. It was just cold and sloppy. All right, forehand winner from Eala, 40-15. It was just slushy. It's gross. The weather today has been shit. It's terrible weather. All right. Serve down the tee, the backhand of Penko. Forehand from Eala. The backhand of Penko as Eala forehand on the stretch. Into the backhand of Penko. Hits a winner down the line. Beautiful shot. 40-30. Eala to go to 4-2 in the second. Sounds wonderful from the heat here. Yeah, it's just like cold. Like, cold. All right. Raducanu trying to break back here is joint on the stretch. And Raducanu to forehand stretch, the backhand of joint. Raducanu volleys it away. And it's 15-30. Raducanu. Also 4-2. Eala in the second. All right. 4-2. Eala in the second. She is fighting back. As joint hits a backhand into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint forehand is long. 15-40. Raducanu to get back on serve. 15-40. By the way, chat, if somebody's smart and has money, they should try and lock down Eala for an exhibition in December in the Philippines. If somebody's got a brain and somebody can afford to put it on, you don't think that Eala's going to have a sellout crowd in the Philippines as an exhibition? I don't care who they play. Let's say Eala plays and do an exhibition in Manila against anybody. That place is going to sell out. Just saying. There's a free idea. There's your idea for free. You get December and you get Eala locked into an exhibition event in December against anybody. In the Philippines, you're going to get a sellout crowd. It's going to be crazy. Also, I'm going to go to it because I'm going to go to the Philippines in December. Please do it at the first week of December, please. That'd be really nice. I'd appreciate that. Anyways, we get back to Deuce. Joint. Trying to keep this break. I tell you what, if you're super smart, you put it against Raducanu. You put her against Raducanu. That would be something real smart. You get Raducanu on the other side of the court and get them both down in the Philippines. I mean, make it a 3 tournament. Make it like a bit of an Asia tour, and you can do three places. One of those being the Philippines, Singapore, Philippines, and Malaysia. You know, Kuala Lumpur. I mean, there's your idea. Get Raducanu locked in, lock them in for 3 on their way to Australia. I mean, come on now. That's just the best idea ever. All right, 30-all. As we ace down the tee from Penko, 40-30. Advantage. Raducanu here as joint serves a fault. Second serve. Emma versus Eala last week in November. Hey, I'll go to that. I'll be hopefully around the Philippines at that point. All right, second serve joint. Raducanu to get back on serve in the final set. Return goes into the forehand of joint. Forehand from Raducanu again, the forehand of joint. As Raducanu can't get that one, joint hits a winner. Back to deuce. All right, 40-30. Penko backhand. Into the forehand of Eala. Penko backhand again. The forehand of Eala. Into the forehand of Penko, who puts it wide. And we get the deuce. Bad miss from Ostapenko. We get to deuce. As joint hits a forehand into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint backhand to the forehand of Raducanu. Again to the backhand of joint. Raducanu backhand in the net. Advantage joint. By the way, chat, let me just get a stat up here. Because I'm not sure of joint's grass court abilities. She did make a semi-final in a couple of good results at on the clay, but I'm not sure about her grass abilities. She's only played... This is her ninth match on grass. As Eala gets an advantage. Her best win on grass, she hasn't got a top 100 win on grass before. Joint. She did win the first match, though, her first round match against Jabeur. So that was her first top 100 grass result. But this will be her highest, if she wins it, it'll be her highest ranked victory on a grass court. 38 in the world. So that'll be huge for her if she can get it. Raducanu backhand in the net, advantage joint. So it will go down as I know beating Jabeur is a great win, two-time Grand Slam Wimbledon finalist. But in terms of ranking, this will be her highest ranked victory on a grass court. So this is huge for joint. Advantage joint. Also, Penko survives. For now, we get back to deuce. And joint serves in the backhand of Raducanu. Return goes to the backhand of joint. Raducanu backhand again to the backhand of joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint backhand again to the backhand of Raducanu. As joint hits a forehand cross court. Raducanu on the stretch gets it. Joint forehand again. Nearly slips over. Raducanu slices it. Joint backhand cross. Raducanu gets it again. The backhand of joint. He goes down the line for a winner. Maya joint 4-2 final set. She holds that break for now. Also advantage Eala. Penko in trouble again. All right. Advantage Eala. Advantage Eala. And as the return goes to the forehand of Penko. Penko hits it wide. Eala's got the double break. 5-2 in the second. Great recovery. Is it windy at the Raducanu match? It is windy, but it's not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was worse. Yesterday looked worse. It's sunny all day today, but it is definitely still windy. Because we are still on the water. So it's going to be windy every day. But, yeah. All right. 5-2. Eala with the double break. As joint hits a return winner. Love 15. All right. Lovely winner down the line from joint. All right. 5-2 Eala in the second. Trying to take us to a third. As we serve out wide from Raducanu. It was a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Raducanu. Serve in the back of the joint. Return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Joint forehand. And is the winner. Love 30. To take the double break. Love 30. Love 30 joint. Love 30. As Raducanu serves down the tee. Joint return in the nets. 15-30. 15-30. Raducanu serves again as Eala serves for the second set. As Raducanu 30-0. And then drop shot from Penko. Gets very lucky, I think. Did it land in? No, it went wide. All right, 15-love. She almost got very lucky, but it just missed. All right, return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand out from joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu is joint backhand. Again, the backhand of Raducanu slice. Joint. Backhand again to the backhand slice of Raducanu. Into the backhand of joint. Raducanu backhand again. Into the backhand of joint is Raducanu. Into the backhand again of joint. He's gone backhand to backhand at the moment. Raducanu then changes up, goes to the forehand of joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu in control. Joint with the slice. As Raducanu, forehand. To the forehand of joint. Raducanu with a volley. Too good. Raducanu hanging on. 40-30. Also 30-love Eala. 30-love. Great hitting from Eala. She's gotten more aggressive here, and Penko is not happy. 30-love. As Eala serves. Serve in the backhand of Penko. Return goes to forehand of Eala. As also Penko backhand down the line's a winner. 30-15. Also, we get to deuce here. Raducanu not out of it yet. All right, 30-15 Eala. As joint hits it out, and Raducanu gets to advantage. As Eala serves a fault second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Eala. Into the forehand of Penko. Penko hits a winner. 30-0. After Penko already has... Eala has a double break, so still a long way back for Penko. All right, 30-0. As Penko hits it out, and we've got a set point for Eala, 40-30. To take the second set, as Raducanu just tries to hold at this point. And she hits a backhand winner, and it's advantage Raducanu. Penko, by the way, hit it out by this much. And she was wondering why it was called out. It was out by this much, and Penko's like, show me. I want to see it. And the umpire's like, okay. How was that even close? That was out by so much. She questioned it. Serve into the backhand is a fault. Second serve. And Penko's like, I want to see the replay. Show me the replay. I don't believe you. Show me the replay. It's out by this much. Second serve. We love Penko. And she hits into the net. We're going 3, baby. Eala takes a second, 6-2. We're going to a third. Classic Penko. Oh, we love Penko for that. We love Penko for that. All right, 6-2 Eala. What a turnaround. We're going 3. We are going 3. That was a great set from Eala to fight. Because Penko was going crazy in that first set. Good fight back from Eala. A lot of errors, though, from Penko. But a lot of winners still. I mean, 16 errors, 12 winners. Eala, though, limits her errors and didn't face a break point. So Penko couldn't get on the serve as she was in the first set. So Eala, very solid. No break points faced. 6 winners, 4 errors. Very solid set. Penko not given any free points. All right, advantage joint to take the double break and serve for the match. Advantage joint. Serve out wide. It's a fault from Raducanu. Second serve. Second serve. As a return goes in, the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Joint. Again, the forehand of Raducanu. Joint with the backhand on the stretch. Raducanu forehand down the line goes out. 5-2. Joint's going to serve for this match. All right. 5-2 to Maya Joint. And she's going to serve for her best grass court victory by ranking ever. She also beat Ons Jabeur in the first round. So, I mean, 2 back-to-back wins. That's huge wins. Jabeur and Raducanu are known players. Huge for Joint. And to make it to the quarterfinals, too, that's huge. We love that. As in Australia, I love it even more. All right. Penko serving first in the third. 1 hour played, 2 sets down. We're going to the third. I said Eala in 3. I'm going to stick with that. Chat, who's winning the final set? You tell me. Well, who you got? 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 I'm going to go Eala in 3 because I am going to stick to my prediction. And chat, my predictions are never wrong. Don't check it, but they're true. But don't check it. All right. Penko serves. Into the backhand of Eala. Backhand from Penko to the backhand of Eala is Penko forehand. Is a winner. 15 love. A lot of people going Eala in 3. Fair enough. Cam's never wrong. Thank you, Greggs. The check's in the mail. 15 love is with a backhand slice from Eala. Goes long. 30 love, Penko. As Joints lose the first point. Love 15. Love 15. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The more people subscribe, the more people subscribe. The higher the number gets, I guess. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers this year. I love 30, Raducanu. Little chance here to get back one of the breaks. Love 30. As Joint serves into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Joint is into the back of Raducanu. Joint comes in and puts it away. 15-30. Penko double faults. She tries to get off to a better start in the second. 30-15 as a return from Eala goes the forehand. Penko drop shot is good. Eala gets it, but Penko volleys it away. 40-15. 40-15 as Joint serves into the forehand of Raducanu. Return goes into the forehand of Joint. Raducanu backhand. The backhand of Joint. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Joint backhand on the stretch. Is wide. 15-40. Raducanu's got break points to get back one of the breaks. All right, 15-40, Raducanu. Joint serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve in the back end of Raducanu. Return goes to the front of Joint. Raducanu backhand pass. Too good. One back. 5-3 Joint. Final set. As Eala, good hitting there, and she gets the deuce. First game of the third. All right, Raducanu. One of the breaks is returned. Now we get the deuce. First game of the final set. As Penko serves. No, she doesn't. Penko does serve. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Serve at the back of Eala. Eala in the net. And it's advantage. Penko. Advantage Penko. Serve. Serve from Penko. Into the slice of Eala. Penko forehand. Into the forehand of Eala is Penko with a backhand. Into the backhand of Eala as Penko backhand goes wide and we're back to deuce. All right, Raducanu. 30 love, trying to keep this match alive. 30 love. As Raducanu serves. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand of joint. Return goes back into Raducanu. Joint backhand is a winner down the line. 15-30. Oh, sorry, 30-15. As Eala gets a break point first game of the third. $30-15. Lovely shot down the line from Joint. And it's beautiful forehand now into the forehand of Joint. Forehand now from Raducanu goes out. 30-all. 2 points away, Joint from the win. All right. As Penko serves an ace to save the break point. Can't find any evidence of caffeine is banned, not prohibited. WADA, which governs the sport, that's what Google says anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rule is. I'm not sure where you'd find the answer. But if Google AI is telling you that, I mean, they could be right, maybe. I don't think caffeine's not prohibited. I think it's just there's a limit to it. As Joint hits in there, 40-30. Raducanu to stay alive. All right. 40-30 Raducanu. Yeah, it's not banned. It's not a banned substance. It's just a limited substance. It's like IV drips. They're not banned. They're just limited. You can only have a limited amount in your body. So I don't know where you'd find that. You'd have to go to like their website and read their rule book of like 20,000 pages. All right. Advantage Eala. As Penko goes to the backhand of Eala. Eala in the net, back to deuce. As Raducanu backhand to the backhand of Joint. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint forehand goes long and Raducanu holds. All right, 5-4. Joint's going to serve this match for a second time. Let's see if she can do it this time. It's in the WTA rulebook, is it? Okay, there you go. Page 5. Wait, what page? What page is it on? Because that'd be really helpful. What page? Caffeine is almost in everything. Yeah, but they're talking about like caffeinated drinks because they're going to spike your caffeine a lot. I don't know why it would be in the rule book. It seems weird that it would be in the rule book. It wouldn't be in a rule book. It would be in the drug, like the doping guide. All right, Eala with another break point to start the third. As we define it from Penko, goes in the back of Eala. Penko back on the stretch. Into the forehand of Eala, who slices it wide, and we get back to deuce. Back to deuce. Caffeine is monitored? Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, that's what I'm saying. It is a limit. It's not banned. It's not straight up banned. But like having a Red Bull would probably put you over that limit because there's a lot of caffeine in Red Bull. I don't know what the limit is though. Again, you'd have to like go. And like, yeah, okay, use Google AI to find things, but like also you're better off clicking, like finding the source of information rather than just going off Google AI. Because Google AI, I've noticed, sometimes doesn't get it right. As that goes out by Penko, advantage Eala. You're better off going to the source so we can actually get the answer, you know, instead of just guesstimating. All right, joint. Love 15. She hits it in the net. If you're just joining us, joint was up 5-2. And she's still up 5-4 with a break, but she has to hold to get the victory. As Eala breaks, Penko complaining about Hawkeye again. Well, the ball was out this much. The ball was in. It was in. Hawkeye said so. Eala breaks, final set, 1-love. Eala stretching out, though. She is feeling the pain. Love 30, by the way. Raducanu about to break back again. This is terrible for Joy. I don't like this. Can we stop watching? Joint just volleyed it wide. Hey, thank you, Chick, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Love 30. Joint serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Slice now into the front of Joint. As Raducanu forehand again to the front of Joint. And the front of Raducanu is Joint backhand. Again to the backhand of Raducanu. Joint with the forehand. Into the front of Raducanu. Joint on the stretch. Goes long. Love 40. All right. Raducanu to get back on serve. Eala's got a break in the third, by the way. All right. As Joint hits it in the net and Raducanu's back on serve. 5-5. 5-5. As Penko hits a forehand out. 30 love. Josh, you were on fire, mate. Why didn't you tell us that? All right. 5-all. We're back on serve. And Eala is cruising at the moment. 30 love. As the return goes in the forehand of Penko. Forehand from Eala. Into the back of Penko. Penko can't get it. 40 love. Eala is running away with this match now. Penko just switched off. All right. Raducanu back to level. 5-5. From 5-2 down. All right, 40 love Eala to go to 2 love in the third set. Raducanu in the net with the first point here. Love 15. All right, 40 love. Serve down the tee from Eala as a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Penko, who hits a return winner, and it's 40-15. Raducanu backhand to the backhand of Joint, into the front of Raducanu. Joint with a forehand into the front of Raducanu, again the front of Joint. Raducanu backhand to the backhand of Joint, to the front of Raducanu on the stretch. Joint forehand down the line is a winner. Love 30. Chance for Joint to break again. And try to serve for the match for a third time. Love 30. As Raducanu serves again. And 40-30 Eala. Eala trying to consolidate the break. All right, Raducanu serves. Into the backhand of joint. Return goes forward to Raducanu. Joint gets the point and 3 break points. Love 40. For joint to break and serve for the match for a third time. Eala holds 2 love in the third. All right, serve. The return goes out by joint. 1 saved, 15-40. Say hi to Poland. Hey, Poland, what's up? 15-40. Still break points for joint. Raducanu serves. Into the backhand of joint. Raducanu drop shot. Joint's going to get it and put it away. Joint breaks again. Okay. Third chance for joint to get a big win. She was up 5-2. She was up 5-4. She now's up 6-5. She is serving for the match again. Long match, by the way. All right, return from Eala. Goes out, 15 love. Yeah, joint knew that drop shot was coming. She was there before the ball even bounced. 15 love. As the backhand return goes the backhand to Penko. Penko hits a winner, 30 love. 30 love. Serve again from Penko. $30 love. As a return goes out by Penko. I think Eala shanked the ball. That's why she was apologizing. 30-15. $30-15. Penko serves again. His joint serves for the match. As that goes out by Eala, 40-15. Penko, you get on the board. As Eala, joint serves down the tee. Ball is short. Backhand's too good by joint. 15 love. $15 love. Nice. Angled from joint. 15 love. The joint serves again. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand from joint to the backhand of Raducanu. His joint forehand in the net. 15-0. As the other comes in net with a volley and it's 40-30. What does Q mean next to Eala's name? It means she's a qualifier. So the symbols are Q means qualifier, 3 means the number 3 seed, and 7 means the number 7 seed. And when it's nothing, it means they're just an unseeded player. So yeah, so it's just means she's a qualifier. All right, that goes out by joint, 15-30. As that goes out by Eala, and Penko holds. She's on the board in the second. The third. The third. All right, 15-30. Raducanu a chance again to get the break. By the way, Penko's got the medical staff out on court. As a backhand rally. Joint backhand goes long. 15-40. 15-40. Raducanu to get to the tiebreak. Why are you rooting against Emma now? You prefer Eala. Why are you complaining? All right, 15-40. As the return goes into the backhand of joint. Forehand from Raducanu. Into the backhand of joint. As Raducanu backhand to the forehand of joint. Into the backhand slice of Raducanu. Joint backhand. Again, the backhand of Raducanu. Joint with a forehand on the stretch. Raducanu goes down the line. Joint can't get it. We're going to a tiebreak. 6-6. She can't serve it out. Penko's getting a medical timeout. I think on like a left ankle problem. So Penko's just getting a bit of treatment from the doctor. All right, Raducanu will just not go away. 6-all. Who's winning the tiebreak? Remember, it's only first to 7 when it's not a Grand Slam. It's first to 7. Who is winning the tiebreak? I'm going to go joint because I'm Australian. Because I want joint to win, damn it. All right, Raducanu serves. Into the forehand of joint. Return goes back into Raducanu. Joint, forehand. To the backhand of Raducanu. It's joint forehand again to the forehand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of joint on the stretch. Raducanu, forehand again to the forehand of joint. To the backhand of Raducanu. There's joint forehand cross court. Raducanu gets it. Joint forehand on the stretch. Goes long. One love Raducanu. One love Raducanu. Medical timeout for Penko, by the way, on a left ankle injury. Left ankle. A left ankle injury. All right. One love Raducanu. And his joint serves out wide. Raducanu slicing the net. 1-1. 1-all. What's the rules on medical timeout? Obviously exploited to take a rest. Well, I can't talk to you if you think it's a fake timeout because then you're not going to believe me when I tell you the rule. 1-all. As with a fault, second serve. Second serve joint. Serve to the back of Raducanu. Return goes wide and joint goes to 2-1. 2-1. Joint leads 2-1. Eala just trying to stay warm while Penko gets a medical timeout on her ankle. As with a fault from Raducanu. Second serve. Second serve. The backhand of joint. Backhand of Raducanu into the forehand of joint. Joint in the net. 2-2. Two all. Raducanu serves again. My British commentator, very excited Raducanu's back in the match. Well, that's biased and unprofessional. What do you say to me, chat? What are all the bullshit you say to me about unprofessional and like I have to be unbiased? Well, that's crap. If you're on TV, if you're on TV, that's different. I'm not on TV. I'm just some guy in his house. Raducanu 3-2. How dare that person, the commentator on TV, be biased towards Raducanu? That's crazy. That's BS. That's not fair. That's not allowed. That's unprofessional, chat. And it's 3-2 Raducanu. Serve out wide from joint. Raducanu gets it back. Joint with a winner. I mean, good shot. 30-all. 3-all. 3-all. It's 3-all. They change ends. Nice shot by both players. Both players are playing equally well. 3-3. Joint. Serving again. By the way, Penko back on court. Eala with the break, though. 2-1 final set. All right, 3-3 as joint serves again. As joint serves. Into the back of Raducanu. Return goes to the front of joint. And joint hits it out. 4-3 Raducanu with a mini break. This would be a tough loss for joint if she does lose because she's served for it 3 times. 3 times in this final set to win the match. It would be painful. All right, Raducanu with the mini break, 4-3. Serving to the forehand of Joint. Return goes to forehand of Raducanu. Joint. Oh, Raducanu overhits it. All right, 4-0. 4-4. Raducanu gives the mini break back. Eala, by the way, 15 love. She's up 2-1 in the final set. Raducanu serves out wide the forehand of Joint. Return goes to forehand of Raducanu. Joint, backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. As Joint backhand again. To the backhand of Raducanu. Joint on the attack. As Raducanu hits a slice. Joint backhand on the stretch. Raducanu back in control. That's a good shot. Joint gets it with the backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint running a lot at this rally. Drop shot Raducanu in the net. Oh, she went for the drop shot. It hit the tape. But didn't go over. Not a bad idea for Raducanu, but it just missed. Joint's got the mini break, 5-4, to take a chance to take the match if she can hold her serves. But we know that's not being good. 40 love Eala, by the way, to go to 3-1. Great rally, though. Raducanu, I mean, that this much higher, she would have hit a winner. All right, 5-4 Joint. Joint serves. She would pay all the prize money for an ace right now. Joint serves. A fault. Second serve. Eala 3-1. All right, second serve Joint. Into the back of Raducanu. Good return. Joint gets on the stretch. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Joint backhand on the stretch again. Goes in. Did it go in? It went in and Raducanu hit it out. Joint's got match points. Joint's got match points. 2 of them to take the victory. Her best win on a grass court ever. Following her previous best victory the other day. 6-4. She serves. An ace on the tee! Chad, I called it! Give me that one at least! Oh my God. This is why we don't watch Aussies chat. I can't stand this shit. I can't do this every day. Are you kidding me? Why don't we watch Australians, Cam? Why don't we watch Australians? Are you not Australian? We don't watch Australians. Yeah, because I don't want a heart attack. I don't want to die on stream. All right. Joint wins. I mean, like it was her 4th opportunity, right? Because she served at 5-2. She served at 5-4. She served at 6-5. She served for the tiebreak. 4th time lucky. And she gets the win. Raducanu, she'll go to Wimbledon next week and hopefully get a decent draw because she's going to be unseeded. So that'll be interesting to see what happens Friday. Joint wins. Hallelujah. All right, GG's. And that would have been a tough loss had Joint not have won that because she had so many chances. For her to lose that would have been devastating for her. Now she takes on Blinkova. So it just keeps getting harder. By the way, top half of the draw, no seeds left. Kenin, Raducanu, Stearns, and Kazatkina are all gone. So Joint, Blinkova, Pavlyuchenkova, Rakimova. One of them makes the final in Eastbourne. All right. Oh, chat, we're not watching Aussies. We don't watch Aussies. Can't do it. What are we doing? Eala. Eala is up. Is up 3-1 with a break. 3-1 with a break. If you want to keep watching the Eala Ostapenko match, and you should, jump on over. But nice win by Maya Joint. She gets it done in the end. Eventually, she gets it done. And she takes out Raducanu, her best win on a grass court, and she is into the quarterfinals. And Raducanu, she goes to Wimbledon. We'll see how her draw looks on Friday. So if you're a Raducanu fan, Friday is the day you need to book in and come back because we'll find out who she plays because she's unseeded, which means she could play somebody scary or she could play somebody not scary and get a good draw. We'll have to wait and see.